do this one thing in order for her to regret losing. Isn't this sound pretty interesting? Well, I'm going to talk about this one thing that men need to do to regret this woman from basically losing you. And this could be really tailored to anybody. I think that this is something that I want to address just really quick. I don't want you guys to think that this is coming from spite or manipulation. Like, I'm going to have to do this one thing in order to make her regret losing me. I will say, if this is something that happens to you often, and women are constantly losing you, I mean leaving you or asking for space or breaking up with you, I would try to ask you to identify a problem or an issue that is going on with the women that possibly you're choosing or how you're showing up in your dating or relationships, and I have plenty of videos for those. So go ahead and look up here on the cards and also watch at the very end, as I have something special for you in regards to this. But with this said, I really do believe, welcome, that when we can create a dynamic to make a woman regret leaving us, it's because we've become a better person overall in general, in all aspects of our life. And I'm going to show you how in this video. This is your first time visiting. I welcome you. Hello. My name is Apollonia Puente. I'm the founder of ApolloniaPuente.com, and I'm a dating relationship and life coach for you, meant to master your attraction skills and really create the life overall that you want outside of your love dating relationships, but really on general yourself. And so let's be honest, when someone leaves us, it is very validating to us when they're like, oh wow, look at how far he's come, or look how far she's come, right? And they see us in a different light, right? I think the biggest thing what is self-worth do if you're experiencing somebody that you want to try to get back or attract back? What happens here is when we create a space within us to get better at who we are. And this is self-worth, it is integrity and self-esteem. And I think that if we are at a point of our life that we know that this thing that we have done and uncreated our relationships haven't always been so well, and the relationship with this woman possibly wasn't the way that you wanted to go, or maybe you didn't even show up as your best self in this relationship, I would encourage you to really check in and self-examine exactly why you didn't show up as you in this relationship. And then, what is integrity create? And the visual aspect as well is, how would you have showed up in this relationship? How would you want this woman to perceive you, but also how would you want to perceive yourself in these relationships with women? And so when we can do this, it really gives us an idea, right, of, all right, who do I want? Who do I need to become? Because everything is already in you, so it's about self-worth. Integrity, right? And integrity is not self-worth. Integrity, faking it and hiring or being around all these girls and being like, oh, I'm going to Marine Corps, regret losing me, and I'm going to be our own showcase. All these girls on Instagram and be out partying and doing all this. No, it's really about, how are you standing in your integrity? What are you doing? Maybe you're going out traveling, maybe you're experiencing better relationships with friends, maybe you're getting yourself back out there, maybe you're losing the weight that you had to lose. Maybe you're going back into your hobbies and you're trying salsa dancing, or you're trying other things like race car driving, for example. I had a client just doing that the other day, he told me, and it was pretty amazing. And so what happens is, when we start to contribute to ourselves and our own worth and our own self-esteem, what happens is we start to change. And a lot of times women and people can see you differently. It's still the same person, but energetically you look different. And so now you create an atmosphere where people start coming to you and you become like this magnet in a way. And so there's a lot of things that people will do outside of this, and trying to manipulate, fake it a situation, or trying to say, oh, I have to become this certain person, or I have to act this certain way. I have to act like this out. This huge alpha man that has so many women, and I've got to kind of show her what's up, right? Well, yeah, that might work, but it might work for the wrong women, especially if you're looking for some type of quality relationship and really a beautiful woman that has standards for the man that she dates as well. And so with that said, is we need to stop faking it. You need to stop, faking like, oh, I have to act a certain way, and then instead, embody the way that you want to be. And so that starts with you. It starts with a personal work. It starts with examining why these behaviors possibly show up in these relationships that you have that you don't want to have in the future relationships. And really being intentional in your life is purpose-driven. And also, how is your lay relationship if you believe in a higher power? Right? Do you have a relationship with that higher power? right? And also, too, I would really encourage you to look at all avenues of your life, meaning your relationships to family, all avenues, relationships, friendships, your financial relationships, right? How are you in finance? How about career and purpose? How are you there? Community, physical, your fitness, and then your mental health. These are all the areas that I would really try for you to self-examine. And this is what we actually do in our coaching sessions, is we actually help you self-examine your life. And what areas of your life do we need to focus on? And a lot of times we get into sessions. Me and my coaches will get into sessions. A lot of times you come in with a problem that you think you have. And we started getting conversation and we're like, wow, this is what it really is. And it starts create a life to blend together and you'd start to do the deeper work. And then at one point, a lot of times we get into this work and we get into coaching and we start to gravitate and women start to come to us and men start getting women. And now their issue is, who do I pick? Right? Because when you start working from the inside out, this is how you make a woman regret leaving you. My biggest motto is, you will have to create a life that is so great that anybody would be a fool to leave you. And not only a life, but you have to create a person that is so great that they would be a fool to leave you. And when I say that you have to create a person that would be so great that they'd be a fool to leave, you does not mean that you are a people pleaser, that you give gifts all the time, that you just give gift, but it means that you have standards, integrity, and worth for yourself, so you treat yourself with kindness and respect, so others will too. This is literally the key to making someone regret basically losing you. And let's be honest, that won't even faze you eventually. Because of the fact that if you do this work that I'm talking about, you will have women and you will have outro women that see you differently than you ever have before. Or than they ever have before. If you want to change this around and you need help, I would really encourage you to book a private session with me or one of our coaches in the link below also too. We do lives. I would encourage you to follow me on Instagram. Send me a DM so I can hear from you. As I love hearing from all of you as well, I have this next video over here for you. Go ahead and watch that. And don't forget to download the 7 common mistakes that men make when attracting women free ebook down below. As always, I'll see you in the next video. And remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.